Tears of a Doomed Bride. Chisholm and Emeka had a love that was pure, tender, and full of dreams. They grew up in the same village, playing beneath the vast sky and running through the endless green fields. Emeka, though a poor farmer, had a heart filled with love and ambition. He promised Chisholm a life of happiness, even if they had to struggle together. She believed in him, in his hard-working hands that tilled the earth, in his eyes that carried the promise of a future built with love. But love, sometimes, is not enough. Chisholm's parents saw no future in Emeka's dreams. They wanted stability, wealth, and security for their daughter, things Emeka could not provide. When Chika, a wealthy businessman from the city, came seeking her hand in marriage, her parents did not hesitate to accept. Chisholm fought, she begged, and she cried. She swore she would never love another, but Chika did not come with just sweet words, he came with threats. He warned Emeka to leave her alone or face the worst. He had the power, the influence, one word from him, and Emeka's life could be over. With no choice left, Chisholm surrendered to her fate. Chika spared no expense on the wedding. It was grand, extravagant, everything her parents had dreamed of, but not what Chisholm had wished for. She became his wife, but from the moment she entered his house, she knew she was in a cage. Her love for Emeka still burned inside her, but now she was bound to a man who did not love her, only owned her. It was after marriage that Chisholm uncovered the dreadful truth: Chika's wealth was not built on honest labor. He had sacrificed her, trading her womb for riches in an occult ritual. He was given a seed to plant, which he had buried deep in the ground, and it grew, producing beautiful fruits, with warning that if anyone ever touched it, his fortune would collapse, and he would die. Fate, however, is cruel. One fateful day, while tending to the garden, Chisholm unknowingly plucked the fruit from that tree. The moment her hands touched it, a shattering cry erupted from the air. Chika was in his office when he received the news his businesses had collapsed overnight. In a panic, he rushed home, only to find Chisholm holding the very fruit he had been warned never to let anyone touch. His body gave in to an unknown sickness immediately. He was rushed to the hospital, but no doctor could diagnose his illness. Desperate, Chisholm took him to a native doctor. After many incantations, the herbalist turned to Chika and commanded him to confess his sins. Weak and trembling, Chika revealed everything: his occult dealings, his evil sacrifices, the price Chisholm unknowingly paid for his wealth. And the moment the last word left his lips, he collapsed and died. Chisholm, now free but broken, returned to her village. Her parents, ashamed and filled with regret, begged for her forgiveness. But what was there to forgive? The damage had been done, the love of her life stolen from her, her body desecrated by the hands of greed. Months passed, and one day, as she walked through the village, she saw him, Emeka. He was no longer the struggling farmer she once knew. Fortune had smiled on him, and beside him stood his beautiful wife, the woman he had moved on with. A sharp pain struck Chisholm's heart. What had her suffering been for? What had she gained? Love had been stripped from her, happiness had eluded her, and now, even the man she once fought for had found a life without her. That night, darkness consumed her soul. The weight of everything, the lost love, the stolen dreams, the unbearable regrets, became too much to bear. In the silence of the night, she tied a rope to the ceiling of her parents' home, and with one last tear rolling down her cheek, she ended her pain. By morning, they found her lifeless body swaying gently in the wind, a tragic end to a love that was never meant to be.